Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Tuesday Talk. I'm going to talk about habits, and I'm going to talk about my chart that shows what I've been doing this week and some of my favorite foods. So let's just get right into it. So at the time of filming this, we are 3 weeks into January. It's 21 days, 3 weeks. We've all heard that old saying, it takes 21 days to make a new habit or to break an old habit. And because it's January, what that mostly means to a lot of people is that they probably started something new on January 1st or 2nd. And so now they're 3 weeks in, and they're either feeling really bad because they're, maybe they were on, in terms of what this channel is about, maybe they were on the standard American diet and now they've switched over to keto or low carb or carnivore, and they could be suffering right now. Maybe you're one of them. Maybe you're still detoxing. All I can say is just hang in there. Because I think, especially when I went carnivore, I think I felt terrible for a couple of months. So the thing with that saying about the 21 days to make a habit, there's actually more to the saying than that doesn't usually get mentioned. It takes 21 days to form a new habit, but it takes 90 days to create a new lifestyle. So, if you're going, I feel terrible, it's been 3 weeks, I gave it a chance, I don't think I can do this, you just haven't given it enough time, and I would encourage you to hang in there and give it a little more time. Give it 90 days. It really does take 90 days for you to feel normal when you've done such a big change like this. And it's probably true for anything, for quitting smoking, quitting alcohol, drugs, all those things. 3 weeks it's just not long enough. So anyways, that was the message I wanted to pass on. So in terms of applying that 21 days to myself, the two things that I was trying to change this month, I eliminated dairy. Now, I never eliminate anything permanently. I commit to 30 days only. That seems to be the best thing for my psyche. But there are things that I have done 30-day challenges on and never brought them back. Nuts being one example. I don't do nuts anymore. But back to this challenge. So I wanted to do no cheese or dairy for 30 days and no sweeteners. Now, I thought the sweeteners were going to be the issue, but I wasn't doing that many in the first place. I was having my daily electrolyte drink which has stevia extract in it, and that was all that I've had probably since November. The only time that I had any type of sweetener was during the Christmas season. I did have a couple of keto desserts that had some sweetener in it, and that was it. I have gone to the raw, unflavored electrolyte drink. I do Element. So I've been using that, and I've not been using the sweetened ones. And I've had no keto desserts of any kind. And I don't, it's not something I do often. It's only a very special occasion anyways. So, and it hasn't, I haven't been thinking about it. There's nothing calling my name. It's just been, okay, that's kind of what I'm doing now. The dairy, on the other hand, not the cream or, say, cream cheese or sour cream, anything like that. I can take it or leave it. But the thing that I seem to have an issue with is like cheese, like cheddar cheese, hard cheese, that sort of thing. That calls my name. And that is something, I was thinking at the And like when I first started thinking about what I wanted to do in January, I was thinking 30 days. And then I would, reevaluate. But I can already see that because the cheese is such a problem that I'm going to go longer with that for sure. Not sure about the other dairy because it's not that I have it all the time, but I've got a couple of birthdays in February to deal with, and I probably would make something for myself to take along, like maybe an oopsie cake. Kelly Hogan does an oopsie cake. It's very similar to the birthday cake. Maybe I'll do the birthday cake, the one that I did. I'll put the video down below. It's basically an egg white bread cake with whipped cream and stuff like that. So I might allow 1 or 2 instances of that kind of dairy in February, but the cheese, the cheese is kind of a problem. I might need that 90 days to build the lifestyle, a cheese-free lifestyle. The other things are, they're not really a problem. I can take them or leave them. So I'm feeling pretty good about those. Okay, so there's my 21-day assessment. Let's get to my chart. I have one here that I printed out. You will see it up there. This is what you'll see is the very last week of my tracking, and you can see that I am keeping my GKI right below 3. There was only one time it drifted above 3. So I'm really happy with these numbers. My blood glucose is fine. I did do one day of fat fast in this last week, which ended up to be 96% fat, 4% protein. So you can probably see on this chart that I'm tracking calories and macros and a deficit. The minus sign means I went over what Chronometer said my calories should be. At this point, I am not paying any attention to these numbers. I am not striving to hit any calorie level. The only thing that I'm intentionally doing is I'm making sure I go 80% or more of fat in a day, of percentage of calories. That is the only thing that I'm focusing on. These calories just end up where they are based on my hunger. I don't care if I go over. I don't care if I go under. Some days I'm, over 1,900 calories, and some days I'm in the 1,700s. There's no attempt to control that at all. I just want to track, where do I naturally fall if I eat 3 meals a day plus my bedtime butter? Where do I naturally fall in my calories if I don't put any restrictions on it, if I just eat what I eat, but try to maintain 80-20. And this is it. So the average, I put an average line below, seems to be about 1,800 and some odd calories. Now, will I ever do anything with those numbers? Possibly. I may even do something with those numbers in February. And that is the reason that I decided I was not going to weigh weekly anymore, because my temptation is to always tweak. And I'm in Kelly Hogan's group, and she talks about, when you make a change, you got to give it time. Like, don't make a change and then a week later think you have to change it because you're not showing results. And that's me. So I decided I'm not going to weigh myself. I'm not going to measure myself till the end of January. So that's coming up next week. Then I have some data here. I have some data to look at and go, maybe I should, lower my protein. Maybe I should up my protein. Maybe I should try to get the fat grams up. Maybe I should drop the calories by 10%. If I don't know what my numbers are, I have no idea what to tweak. This at least gives me something concrete to say, here's where I'm falling. I seem to naturally get 65 grams of protein in a day. 172, this is average, 172 grams of fat. This is my natural state of being when I'm striving for 80-20. So, maybe I will tweak something. I don't know yet. In another week, you'll find out because I don't know myself. So we will see. So, I wanted to say, if you want a copy of this spreadsheet so you can track your own stuff, and you certainly don't have to track all the things I'm tracking, but you can if you want. I'm going to put links below to how to get this spreadsheet. It's just a Google sheet, which I like the Google sheet because I can look at it no matter where I am as long as I have internet. I can look at it on my phone or on my work computer, on my home computer, wherever I am. And if you want to have your own copy, you can download it from the links below. But don't request access. That sends me an email wanting to grant you access. You have access. You just have to click on File and make a copy, and you will have your own version of this sheet. Rename it to your name or whatever. So I'm going to quickly show you this week's favorite meals, or things that I seem to eat a lot of in rotation. So you'll see that above. I seem to be eating a lot of fish these days, and again, that's a result of being in Kelly's Hogan's coaching group, which I'm really enjoying, and I learned all about the cod livers from her. And for myself, I also, you can see there's 3 different types of seafood in my meals this week. I am having more seafood than I've ever had before. So the cod, I eat probably 1 can a week. I divide it in 2 and eat half one day and half another day. Salmon, I'm eating about 3 times a week. And the bottom left corner, can of sardines. I'm doing that 2 or 3 times a week. So I'm getting like 5 or more, probably 6 or 7 fish meals a week, seafood. So also on here, the upper right, believe it or not, that is deep fried tripe, because I had leftover tripe last week and I decided I was going to try deep frying it. To me, it tastes like calamari. And a lot of people who have seen this have asked me to do a video on it. I was surprised because I thought people had enough of my tripe experiment when I did the shepherd's pie video. But apparently there's a group of people out there who love tripe and want me to show that on a video, so I will. That'll come up in the next week or 2 at least. The other thing that, of course, I always have my burger with butter. That is one of my favorite things. A hot burger with cold butter in your mouth. You got to try it. Like, it is a divine experience. I love it. The other thing that I have a lot of, bottom right, is eggs with what are those things? The beef fat trimmings and hollandaise sauce over top. Oh, I'll put the link to the hollandaise sauce down below. It's become another favorite. It's also excellent over the salmon. I can't get enough of that. So the only other thing, these 2 little things back to the bottom left where the sardines are. I'm playing with whipped tallow again. I tried it a few weeks ago, and I didn't love it. It tasted like candle wax in my mouth. But then I realized, I watched a couple more videos on it, and then I realized, okay, maybe I'm just not whipping it properly or long enough, and I tried a technique of whipping, letting it settle, whipping again. Now I'm liking it. So, I'll probably do a tallow thing coming up. The other one is just half butter, half tallow melted and put into little molds. I like putting things into little molds and making them look more interesting. I know a lot of people out there are like, just eat your stuff, don't play with your food and make things out of it. Well, I like to, it's fun for me. So there you go. So all of these meals are more than 80% fat. When I have just meat by itself, like with the salmon and the burger, for instance, I I have about 4 ounces, and that gives about 25 grams of protein, which is kind of where I feel comfortable in one sitting. So just, because it's hard to tell from amounts here what exactly I'm having. So that is it for this week. Next week, I will be sharing my results for January, whether they're good, bad, or ugly. And I will be sharing what I'm going to do in February. So we will see you guys in the next video. And thanks for watching, and hope you have a great day.
Thanks for watching, and hope you have a great day. That's it, I'm done.